percentages, Liz, for the year, Colorado at .252. Would you classify CU as a powerful hitting team?
Yeah, they have a lot of weapons, you know, and their setter's really done a nice job of distributing the ball. But, you know, Anna Barilovich on the outside has been the key force for this Colorado team.
Inez Lashada with the serve. Colorado back to work. K-State dug it pretty well on Thursday night. There's a kill by Anaya Clinton. And boy, how happy is Jason Mansfield to have Anaya Clinton back.
Yeah, it's a great sign for the Wildcats. She missed a couple games with an injury just a couple games ago in Utah, and so, you know, great sign for the Wildcats back on the court for the first time since that injury tonight.
Again, did not play on Thursday. And the Cats get a break. The tape kind to the Wildcats. And an early 3-1 lead for K-State.
Yeah, K-State did a really nice job serving. That made the big difference in that Cincinnati match. They're looking here to continue that with some tough serves.
Kansas State with the serve. Emerson Van Lanen just barely clears the net. And a dump gives Colorado the point to make it 3-2. Keys to victory in this matchup, Liz?
Yeah, for Colorado, they've got to have a good first contact. They've struggled a little bit, had some injuries in this back row libero position, and then relentless defense. If they can frustrate this K-State offense, they'll find some success. And then for K-State, they need to serve tough, get Colorado out of system and be dominant on the outside, and then they can set up their block and then defend the pins. We talked about them early already. Anna Barilovich has been a force for Colorado, and if they can shut them down, that will be important.
Comes down on Colorado's side. A little joust at the net there. Barilovich comes up on the short end of it. Coming to serve now for Kansas State, Ava LeGrand, the senior out of Papillion, Nebraska. From the left side, Colorado. LeGrand can't handle it. Point Colorado, 4-2 K-State here in set one. Just getting started again, for the most part, a full house in Manhattan.
Yeah, you see right there why Barilovich is so good. Out of system, almost hitting at the 10-foot line, but still able to put enough power behind the ball for the kill.
Barilovich out of Croatia. Clinton gets blocked by CU. Set to the far side, Kayla Payne, the 6'4 junior out of Carlsbad, California, gets this match tied up at 4. This set tied up. We're in set number 1. K-State at 13-7, got back to 500 on Thursday night with the win. Colorado at 20-4, leading the conference 10-2. And hitting it in the net for the Cats, Reagan Fox. Tried to go cross court. So CU with an early 5-4 lead. Barilovich to serve. Sims on the floor. Back to Payne. Good block there by the Cats. Fox and Brenna Schmidt. Colorado another point to go up by 2, 6-4. Kind of describe the system you're seeing here early on, Liz, from CU.
Well, they're playing good defense, a lot of touches in their block, allowing them to turn points defense into offense.
Fox dumps it into the back corner, snagged by Moore. Great dig. Ava LeGrand, point still on. Cats fight their way to winning that point.
Yeah, LeGrand with hustle play to come back and was able to get a hand underneath the ball. Pancake dig in the kill by Fox.
Kansas at 6-5 in set 1. The serve down line. To the near side for Colorado to Jordan. Meyer tried to see one by the Bucks. Tuck it right inside the far sideline, but to no avail. 7-5 Colorado. Colorado's a little bit deep up in that libero position review going on.
Challenging the block.
So we'll look at that. In the libero position, Jesse Moniz had to go 3 and 4 into his roster at that spot.
Have to see there's a touch there. That block. Myers was trying to catch the finger. It's hard to see from that angle. Maybe this view will give us a better.
Really don't see the volleyball change its rotation. The world of replay in college athletics. Nice zoomed in shot there by our crew.
Looking at maybe that outside pinky finger there of Ryan Finley, the setter for Colorado. I sure didn't see anything.
Nothing that screams at you that it'll get overturned. Get a look at Shaylee Myers right there and what she has meant and means to this volleyball team. She had a solid game against Cincinnati, solid match with 21 kills. Her numbers just continue to climb. And K-State, there were a couple of moments in the match on Thursday night, Liz, where K-State, she got on a roll. K-State just kept feeding her the ball time after time, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah, and she's put in a lot of work to get to where she's at this year.
After review, the call stands due to inconclusive video. Kansas State loses a challenge.
So the Cats lose the challenge, and Colorado will hold on to its 7-5 lead here in the first set. Get a look at third-year head coach Jason Mansfield. Obviously, there was a lot of buzz when K-State beat KU down in Allen Fieldhouse a couple of weeks ago. What a crazy match that was, a 5-set thriller at Allen Fieldhouse. Since that KU victory, K-State beat Utah in Salt Lake City, lost in Provo to BYU, and then beat Cincinnati again Thursday night. Off the block, it gets to the floor, and the Cats draw within a point at 7-6. Again, as crazy as October was with 7 of 9 on the road, 5 of 7 here in the month of May are at home for K-State.
Yeah, they're glad to be back home, training and sleeping in their own beds.
Reagan Fox off the block for that last point. Here's a southpaw swing by Gwen Schiff at K-State stuffs, even up at 7. Schiff out of Urbana, Illinois, 6-foot sophomore. In the middle there for K-State. Got a shot a moment ago of Jordan Williams. Deep and out off the swing by Sydney Jordan. So a little seesaw, a little teeter-totter action here early on. One team will hold a 2-point lead for a couple of minutes, and then the other comes back. 8-7 with Sims to serve for K-State, Simone Sims. Another pancake dig by LeGrand, but to no avail. Colorado the point, 8 apiece. So we'll see Finley come back in for CU. And also Lily Dwinell, who's out of San Clemente, California. Again, one of the top 2 hitters for this Colorado squad. Dwinell led Colorado in kills the other night in Lawrence with 11, but a service error here gives K-State that lead right back at 9-8. Again, we're in set 1 here in Manhattan, a Saturday afternoon matchup. First place Colorado on the road for a couple of matches here in the Sunflower State. Excellent serve, nice dig by CU's Sarah Morton. On the slide, dumped out of bounds. So a point for the Buffaloes there.
Yeah, nice set there by LeGrand. She got Williams that one-on-one opportunity with that set, but just a little low, and Williams not able to keep that ball in bounds.
KSU to serve. Long haul to get it. Here comes Myers, rejected. Good job by Williams there at the net. The swing stuff popped up by K-State. Myers with the fist, and Colorado in the net. So a point for K-State. Kind of a tough point there, Liz, for both teams.
Yeah, a little unconventional play there, but a little too aggressive at the net for Colorado. A missed opportunity with that overpass.
Long run, staying alive, Colorado, because of Morton. KSU gets it back over. Short set from the back row, Shaylee Myers. An impressive kill there for Myers, the senior from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, you see the grand front row. She jump sets and holds that block of Colorado, gives Myers a good opportunity. Good decision to set that play.
Kaylee Pond gets it over the net. Again, Pond in the middle of the K-State set. Big swing, Anaya Clinton. The difference, Liz, when K-State has Clinton, and then again those couple of games where they didn't, what's the biggest difference having her out of the lineup?
Oh, well, she's a real physical attacker for K-State, and obviously very experienced. And so, you know, she brings that element of just, she's pretty cool, calm, and collected up there, but knows when to turn it on and can really affect the game in a big way.
Colorado goes to Dwinell there for the kill. Off the tip. K-State by 2 here in the first, 12-10. This kind of brings back some memories from you. Colorado hasn't been here for a long, long time, and you saw Colorado multiple times every year in your career.
Yeah, it's fun to have them back in the Big 12, and I think always have been some pretty competitive games.
Inez Loshada with the service there. Sarah Morton back on the floor for CU. 51st all-time meeting. The Buffs have a narrow edge of 27-23. K-State with the serve, Van Lannon the honors. Locked down by K-State, but out of bounds. This may be a precursor of things to come. This could be a tight match throughout.
Yeah, you know, Colorado's had 3 service errors already here in this first set. We're not even to 15, so really need to try to cut those back if they want to try to win here on the road. Salonga's
serve. There again, Anaya Clinton's been the go-to for the Cats here in the first set. Pond out, Reagan Fox returns for KSU. Colorado again has opened a lot of eyes this year, leading the Big 12. They were picked in the bottom half in the preseason poll. Cross-court serve. And there is Kayla Payne, the 6'4 junior, has been impressive, Liz, here in set 1.
Yeah, if Colorado can pass well, keep their middles involved, that will open up their outsides and put a lot of pressure on the defense of K-State.
Barilovich. And it gets to the floor. You mentioned you used the word passing for good reason. Colorado struggled with that, but right now, again, K-State out strong with a 3-point lead here in the first. Cats 15, Colorado 12. More from Manhattan in a moment.
We're set for college football in the Little Apple. It doesn't get any better than that.
This is notoriously one of the loudest places to play.
This crowd is electric here today. Johnson with time, firing for the end zone, has a man. And the ball is caught in the back corner. Jerron Taylor.
This is the atmosphere. Whenever I dream of playing college football, this is exactly what I see. It was just a place I knew I had to be.
Fighting, ever fighting. Though it comes at the end of our fight song, it marks a new beginning. Fighting, ever fighting. will lead us into the future. In this era of change, our foundation stays unshaken, fighting, ever fighting, for our community, our state, for the purple and the white, creating a spirit that never falters. This is K-State, fighting, ever fighting.
Welcome back to the Little Apple, set one. Quick peek inside the Colorado Buffaloes of Jesse Mahoney, Liz.
Yeah, you know, they've really come alive this season. You know, struggled a little bit last year with their team, but this team stuck together, and Coach Mahoney really talked about this team really grew and developed last year, and they stuck together this year, and what a year they're having. Anna Barilovich, you know, we talked about her in the pregame there, and they've really come alive. They're in the hunt for the Big 12 tournament championship here.
The nugget there that stood out most of all, 7-3 on the road. Doesn't matter the sport, it is always hard to win away from your home venue. Colorado digging like crazy on this point. Brenna Schmidt has it brought back. Sims over to Myers, goes cross court. Sarah Morton with an excellent dig. Colorado still alive. LeGrand to Fox, out of bounds. Lengthy point there. Good work by both teams.
Yeah, good hustle, scramble by both sides.
Schmidt got a little dinged up in the Cincinnati match on Thursday night here at the Morgan Family Arena. K-State beats Cincinnati and really pulled away in the fourth set. Serve is out by Clinton. 16-13 Wildcats in set one. Coming in to serve, Audrey Asleason. She is a freshman out of LaGrange, Illinois. Long set across the floor, and out is the kill attempt from Shaylee Myers.
K-State's not going to want to give free points to Colorado.
That's Leeson's second serve, and again works deep. As Leeson, or rather Barilovich, gets on the floor. LeGrand again sets it behind her to Fox off the block. Sydney Jordan not able to redirect it back over the net.
Yeah, smart play there by Fox. Tight set, but just gets enough of the fingertips there of Jordan.
3-point K-State lead. Excellent serve by Sims from just behind the 10-foot line. Colorado thinks there was a tip. So we'll have our second challenge here in the first set. Get a look at Jesse Mahoney.
Colorado is challenging it. There was a block touch.
From your perspective live, what did you think, Liz?
I couldn't quite see from the angle where I'm sitting, so we'll see here. But Coach called it right away. He didn't even wait for his players. So, yep, looks like off the left hand there of Jordan Williams. Should be a quick review.
Very quick review. So Colorado wins that challenge.
After review, the original outcome is reversed to a touch.
So again, the call
Point goes to
reversed.
Team Colorado.
CU gets the point. That makes it 17-15. Colorado with some substitutions here. Now to serve for the Buffaloes, Ryan Finley. Quick issue at the scores table. So Ryan Finley will have to wait a moment for Colorado. A little pause in the action here. This is centered around the substitution. Two head coaches look at one another and give themselves that look. There's Jason Mansfield. Cats again have won 3 of their last 4. Myers and Sims have been huge for the Wildcats of late.
Yeah, and you know, K-State's really looking here for another win against a top 25 opponent. When you look at trying to make the postseason play, you know, it's a very big game here at home for K-State.
5th ranked opponent in the last 7 matches for K-State as that serve sails out of bounds.
And you look at kind of looking at your tournament resume, that RPI and playing top 25 teams and then getting some wins, you know, those are huge.
That RPI is now at 41 for K-State. What a kill there by K-State's Jordan Williams.
Yeah, nice fast tempo play there by LeGrand with her being front row. Kind of held that middle blocker and gave Williams a one-on-one opportunity.
Pond leaves the serve short, so that will give the serve back to Colorado. 3-point K-State lead in 1916. Sydney Jordan out of Missouri City, Texas. Junior will have a service ace. Buffs within 2 now, 1917.
Yeah, we get a service error by K-State and then a serve-receive error back-to-back, allowing Colorado to kind of sneak back into this first set.
Cross-court set, Myers with the hammer. K-State the first to 20. Now we'll see Brenna Schmidt come in, then exit. And she is so impressive as Shaylee Myers. 2017 K-State here in the opening set. Only meeting between these two this year. Spławska gets it over the net. Dumped by K-State. Spławska, or I beg your pardon, that's Dwinell rejected by the Wildcat block. And Jesse Mahoney wants to call timeout for a moment. K-State's up by 4, and the Cats 4 away from a set 1 victory. When you look at how travel works out in the Big 12, there's a question I want to ask you in a little bit about playing back-to-back games within 2 days on the road and how difficult that is. Again, during the timeout, let's check in with our teammate, Addison Lowe. Addison.
Thank you, guys. Well, Ryan Finley, a 4th-year junior for the Colorado team, has rose to the occasion with this season being her first opportunity to get on the court. Not only has Finley made her mark as a setter, but she's proven her understanding for their offensive goals. Head coach Jesse Mahoney says it's rare to find a kid that waits 3 years to get her shot, but she has done a fantastic job.
Yeah, that's something that's obviously in this day and age, Liz, not common whatsoever.
Yeah, with the transfer portal, it's definitely a unique situation. You know, very similar to Ava LeGrand's story. You know, both of them kind of have paid their time and their dues working in the gym to try to earn that starting spot, and both running some offenses here today that we'll see feature some tremendous hitters.
Finley out of Reno, Nevada. Get a good look at her there. K-State up by 4. Would you call setting the hardest job?
Well, it's like the quarterback of the team. You know, they have to run the offense, know what the defense is doing on the other side, and they are running all over the court. That's for sure.
Barilovich with the kill. Colorado hanging around. The number 20 team in the country. Spławska goes out. Morton goes out along with Asleason. Serving for the Buffaloes, Inez Loshada. Great dig there by Sims. Clinton is red hot and on fire, Liz, in set one.
Yeah, Colorado just has not had an answer for Clinton there on the outside. She's been hitting cross court, really finding seams in the block. And then this time down the line.
Back to serve for the Wildcats. She's been busy in the serve. Van Lannon, pancake pick up there by CU. And the kill from Barilovic.
We see why Barilovic has been talked about so much for this Colorado team. Has a really high contact point, but also brings a lot of heat with her attack.
Serve now from Salonga. A lot of Californians on Jesse Mahoney's roster. What a save there by K-State. Colorado to work. Block goes out of bounds. Payne brought the heat right there. Cats hanging on to a 2-point lead now. Jason Mansfield wants to give his team a quick break. Again, we're in set one. It's 22-20. K-State in front. From your perspective, Liz, a win today over Colorado would do what for K-State's NCAA tournament resume?
Well, it should bring their RPI up, you know, even higher and really put them in that conversation of, you know, earning that bid to the NCAA tournament. You know, they've been a little on that short side in the past few years, and they've been working hard and had a great preseason. You know, had a top 25 win against North Carolina. You know, they've really put in the work, beat KU obviously, so they've had some big wins.
There's a little separation there from the top four to everybody else. But you look at Baylor, Arizona, TCU, all with 5 losses, and then K-State, the only one with 6. So in the middle of the pack, Colorado with the loss to Kansas Thursday night drops back behind number 8 Arizona State, who is awfully talented this year. Jason Mansfield's squad again leading here in the opener. 22-20. Salonga serves deep to Myers. Straight down.
You saw the block for Colorado. Again, jump with LeGrand. Both the middle and outside for Colorado jump with LeGrand, and that gave Clinton that one-on-one. A nice quick set to the outside. She really popped that.
LeGrand with a good serve. Barilovic off the block. Back to Clinton. Who else? Morton tries to keep it alive, but cannot. K-State a point away from the set, and Jesse Mahoney uses another first set timeout. K-State trying to set the tone here, Liz, in the first set and jump in front.
Yeah, you know, K-State's doing a nice job. We see that Colorado has not been able to get their middles as involved. They're not passing very well. So you even see their outside hitters are hitting at the 10, 12-foot line, which has really allowed K-State to touch a lot of balls at the net and also make some great defensive plays behind the block. And then the setting of Ava LeGrand really putting pressure on that Colorado block and giving one-on-one opportunities for K-State.
Clinton already with 5 kills here in the first set. Bregan Fox has 4. And you mentioned LeGrand just a moment ago. Ava LeGrand with a dozen assists here in set 1. K-State hitting .303 as a team. Colorado hitting just a little bit better, but it doesn't show on the scoreboard right now as the Cats are a point away from taking set 1.
And, you know, Colorado has 4 service errors in this first set. So that's 4 points right there, and that's the difference right now in this match for Colorado K-State. You know, those 4 points right there, and you know, you're not going to be able to go on the road and have that many errors and win very many matches.
Freebies always help, right?
Yes.
The place rocking here in Manhattan. Again, this is the second of 4 straight home matches. Baylor and KU still to come in the next week. What a serve right there to give K-State set number 1. 25-20 in set number 1. Kansas State gets it done. Set number 2 coming up. We'll bring you back to Manhattan right after this.
Want to immerse yourself in the drama of Yellowstone? Well, now is your chance to get in on the action without heading to the train station. Play the Kansas Lottery Yellowstone Scratch Ticket for your chance to win up to $25,000 in unforgettable Yellowstone franchise experiences. The good kind, of course.
Behind every winning team is a playbook. Ours, it's built on trust, team, care, passion. Headquartered in Manhattan, Kansas, and founded by proud K-State alumni, we're purple to the core. Just like our passion for the Cats, our passion to make buying and selling equipment simple, transparent, and straightforward runs deep. At Purple Wave Auction, our #1 play is connecting buyers and sellers across the country with no reserves and no surprises. From ag and construction to fleet equipment, we're your trusted team. Purple Wave Auction, proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
Hey, grab me one too.
What we grow here defies expectation. Hungry minds searching for answers. Explorers of the impossible. Breakthroughs without end. People who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. You'd be amazed at what we grow here.
First set stats. K-State again wins the opening set. 25-20. Good set in terms of swinging, Liz, for KSU and Jason Mansfield right away today.
Yeah, I think K-State put a lot of pressure on Colorado with their serves. They didn't make very many errors, and Colorado's just struggling to pass, and they're really having to throw a lot to the outside, out of system. And then just those service errors like we talked about, that's huge for Colorado. 4 errors for Colorado versus 2 for K-State. So, always a fine line of walking. You want to serve tough and aggressive, but you can't make that many errors on the road and expect to win, especially in this tough Big 12 conference.
Jesse Mahoney, head coach at Colorado, already year number 10. Colorado jumped out of the gates very quickly here in 2025. Played 3 matches in August, didn't lose 1. And then in the month of September went 8-2. And yes, that equals a very good start.
Yeah, he really talked about this group and a lot of juniors that played last year as sophomores and have really worked together and have really formed a good connection and have that like mindset to really push through this season and try to make it the best they've had yet.
Kansas State with Hahn and Sims on the floor. Myers about to serve. LeGrand along with Clinton and Williams. Anaya Clinton had 7 kills in the first set. Here we go in set number 2. Splavska's shot picked up by Sims. Back to Clinton. It's working. Keep feeding her.
Kill number 8 for Anaya Clinton here already tonight. And she's hitting 600 plus, already here this afternoon for the Wildcats.
Myers with the deep serve. Cross court, here comes Barilovich. Jason Mansfield telling Clinton she's good. And LeGrand tried again to sneak one along the line.
LeGrand, you like the aggressiveness of your setter, willing to go up and attack the ball.
Colorado, first service opportunity of the second. Service error. That's 5 now in the match, Liz. That's Loshada.
And she does a top spin serve. And, you know, those tend to have a pretty high error rate there with those. And so far tonight, she's struggled with that.
Emerson Van Lanen. Quick set. Clinton over the block and out. We'll see Salonga come back in. She's been busy in the serving department today. In a couple of road matches in the last 2 days for CU. Lawrence Thursday here in Manhattan today. Brenna Schmidt with the tomahawk.
Yeah, always a good sign for K-State when they can get those middles involved. Brenna Schmidt's a great blocker for this Wildcat team, but when she is able to get 3, 4, 5 kills in a game for K-State, that's always a good sign things are rolling in the right direction.
Ava LeGrand with the service. Clinton will keep it alive, gets it right back. Cross court, big time swing again from Anaya Clinton, who's really not doing much wrong in this match.
Clinton out of system, just a step close there, but able to get on top of that ball, get it right in front of the libero for Colorado.
Liked your description earlier of physical.
Yes.
She doesn't get cheated on her swings.
No. We've talked about Clinton in this way. She has a way of turning it on and affecting the game in a really positive way.
LeGrand with the deep serve. Barilovich off the tip. And K-State comes away with a point. A little sneaky that time. She didn't get cheated, did Anaya Clinton. She just went a different path.
Yeah, smart play there by Clinton. Again, a veteran player for this Wildcat team. She's seen a lot of experience. She's been ripping away at the ball this time. Nice decision just to tip it over the block.
6-2 lead for K-State. LeGrand still serving. Barilovich again. Cats able to respond. Fox down the line. Nice pickup there by Colorado. And the Cats increase the lead to 7-2. Colorado a little out of sorts. A little flat maybe. And Jesse Mahoney uses his third time out of the game. 7-2 here in set 2. The Cats up 1-0.
Where would you rather be today than Bramlage Coliseum? Oh my goodness, what a play!
K-State family, I'm really excited about the group of guys that we've assembled.
Three-pointer on the way, got it!
High level character, high level maturity, high level talent. And I can't wait for us to be together in Bram.
When this place is like this, it is so difficult.
It's going to be a great year, and we need you there.
What we grow here defies expectation. Hungry minds searching for answers. Explorers of the impossible. Breakthroughs without end. People who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. You'd be amazed at what we grow here.
Part of the show so far here in Manhattan on this Saturday is Anaya Clinton, who right now can't be stopped.
Yeah, already 11 kills in the match. We're just at the beginning of the second set. She shows you what she's capable of here in this game. Coming off of an injury, She's hitting it all over the court, using the block, and I really like that she is not afraid to go up and use the block of Colorado, and that's really caused a lot of trouble with Colorado. They just haven't been able to run the ball down, and then smart tip shot for her last kill. Again, that veteran play of Clinton really shining here this afternoon.
And out of the break, a service error by K-State's Ava LeGrand. Shaylee Myers only has 3 kills so far, but Kansas State out in front by 4 here in the second set. 25-20 winners in set number 1. Barilovic, the serve and the mistake by Sims. And Colorado takes a little momentum back, 7-4. I'm sure Jesse Mahoney would love for Barilovic to serve 5 or 6 points in a row here. Little miscommunication there by K-State, but they get away with it. Payne again.
Yeah, Payne's been a really bright spot for Colorado. You see what she's able to do if they can get a pass in system. She's got a high contact point, fast arm, able to sneak it through the block of K-State.
7-5 K-State from the back row. There's Myers saying, don't forget about me.
K-State really likes to use Myers a lot from the back row. She's been so effective this year. The nice fast tempo over that middle attack really gives the block a lot of trouble.
Clinton the serve. Colorado goes back to Payne, and it works.
Yeah, off the head of Brenna Schmidt.
Tell you what, Kayla Payne has been kind of a bright surprise here in this match. Maria Spławska is back on the floor. Schmidt. Nice save by Colorado on the far side of the floor, and Jordan. Colorado stays alive off of Myers and K-State. So here's that run from Colorado. They were a little listless early on here in set 2. Buffs now back within a point. It's 8-7.
Yeah, they're a tested team. Colorado's had some very tight 5-set matches this year that they've been winners of, so don't count them out.
Myers with a little stopgap right there. The bench celebrates in its unique way. 9-7 Cats. Simone Sims the serve. And an easy play there for the Cats after the mistake. Reagan Fox. Richard, sophomore out of St. Teresa's Academy in the Kansas City metro area. Little dump over for Colorado. Myers has it sent back. LeGrand sets Shaylee, and his shot rejected, and it lands in the far back corner. (10-8).
Yeah, we haven't seen much of that block for Colorado. See if they can get that going here. Make some better reads at the net.
Ryan Finley the serve. We highlighted her earlier. Big time swing. You can see Morton turn her head, afraid of what was coming at her.
Yeah, again, all credit goes to LeGrand on this set. Good tempo on the outside, allows her to hit outside that Colorado block.
Colorado, again, just hanging in there, not letting K-State get on any runs. Big swing from CU. Sydney Jordan drops back to serve. An 11-9 lead for the Wildcats. If you're just joining us, it was 25-20 K-State in set number 1. And there's a service error for Colorado. That can be a bit of a buzzkill, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're trying to climb out of a hole.
You can see Jordan just take that great big deep breath, a little frustrated with herself. Shaylee Myers would like a do-over on that one. So back-to-back service. There's one for each team. It's 12-10. We've not talked a lot about Maria Spławska, but the sophomore out of Poland sends one just a little bit long. 3 straight service errors now in this match. Williams and Sims go out. Brenna Schmidt back. Here comes Van Lanen again. Emerson Van Lanen out of Appleton North High School in Appleton, or excuse me, in Kimberly, Wisconsin. At least that's where she calls home. Clinton again just can't do much wrong here in this match. Anaya Clinton carrying the mail for K-State. Got that one off the block. Jason Mansfield moves Anaya behind Schmidt. Boy, service errors piling up in this match. Jason Mansfield's not the most animated guy here on the sideline, is he?
Nope.
Pretty much a stoic, straight face. Colorado down 3, the serve. And make it a 2-point lead now for K-State. Sims tried to get the pancake. Colorado's trying to find that right sauce to get it turned the other way. LeGrand to who else? Clinton. Barilovich back. And she'll draw Colorado within 1 on the kill. You can see the businesslike look in Barilovich's face in trying to spur CU. K-State led 7-2. Myers from deep. And now we're tied at 14. Jason Mansfield may want a timeout here. Maybe not. See if the Cats can play through it. Even up at 14 again. K-State led by 5. Right out of the chute, 7-2. Colorado fighting back. LeGrand to Schmidt, goes cross court, and a winner for K-State.
Yeah, good decision there, I think, by LeGrand to get Schmidt the ball. Been very outside heavy for K-State. So good decision to throw that ball back there for Schmidt.
LeGrand again with a deep serve. Barilovich, that goes off of Sims. And again, we are in a tight one here in set number 2.
Yeah, smart play there by Finley for Colorado. Good set to the outside for Barilovich.
Brenda Schmidt gets that little bump. K-State goes deep, and it will pay off. Heady move there by Reagan Fox.
Yeah, smart play there. Just mishandled there by Dwinell in the right back. An easy play, you would think, for Colorado to turn some points. They just haven't been able to capitalize on plays like that.
And Nia Clinton will serve now for the Cats. Guess who they're going to feed from the back row. Big swing there for Colorado, and Dwinell getting on the floor, the Buffs. Out. I'm sure a frustrating swing right there from Jordan because she thought it got tipped. But man, she didn't mess around with that swing. So Jason Mansfield right in front of us asking who signaled touch.
You don't see the players arguing it very much. That's always a sign.
Yep. 16 all. Myers brings it back to K-State's side of the pendulum at 17-16.
Yeah, smart play there by LeGrand. Good tempo for Myers on the outside.
Sims drops one short. Just a little pushover for Colorado. LeGrand to the back row. Clinton, what a hammer again. You're at an interesting stage in this match, Liz. It's 18-16 K-State. If you win this set in your K-State, you're up 2-0. Colorado would be in a bit of a hole there, but again, it would change the dynamics if CU takes set number 2. Simone Sims, the honors, and again leaves it short. Barilovich back row. Right in front of us, Shaylee Myers keeps it alive with the scramble. That lands right behind us.
A good hustle there. K-State making some good touches on their block and defensively hustling. And that's really lent well for them today here so far in this match.
Colorado trying to get things tied. Myers another swing. LeGrand hustles for the set. Fox has it rejected. Tied at 18. Colorado's showing some life now.
Yeah, they're definitely a team you don't want to count out. They've been in some very tight matches so far this season.
Lost in 4 in Lawrence the other night. And now Colorado takes the lead as they served at Clinton. And Jason Mansfield wants a timeout. Kansas State once led 7-2. They've kind of had Colorado at arm's length, but now the Buffs are up by 1. Let's check in with Addison Lowe. Addison?
Thanks, guys. Well, it's safe to say that freshman Avery Stones is killing it out on the court for the Wildcats. Head coach Jason Mansfield says that her ball IQ and shot selection is very unique, which is hard to teach. Stone's ability to rise to the occasion and step up to the plate hasn't gone unnoticed. And teammate Shaylee Myers says that she was prepared, she was attentive, she practiced, she was ready.
Let's bring up Avery Stones, who's not played today, but what a job she did on Thursday night. Again, Clinton was out, was absent with the injury, and Avery Stones wound up with 17 kills in the Wildcat 4-set win.
Yeah, really stepped in. You know, obviously we see what Anaya Clinton can do for this Wildcat team, so stepped into carrying that load that the outside hitters for K-State has and played all the way around 6 rotations, which is really tough to do. Hasn't played, you know, very many games at this high level, but stepped in and made it look easy.
In your career, especially in your first year, Liz, how long did it take for you to really feel like you had a handle on things? How quickly did you get comfortable, so to speak?
Oh, I mean, it takes a bit, you know, to kind of get your feet underneath you and learn the systems of the team, which, you know, likely are different than what you've been trained in.
What a block by Colorado, pardon me there.
A lot of training and, you know, talk about this facility here. You know, K-State's able to put 3 courts up when they're not in their match, in their match system here with this Terraflex, and that allows a lot of individual training, which has really paid off for this Wildcat team.
Splowska, big block a moment ago. And again, the Cats go to Myers. See you scrambling a bit, have to get it over. Little doink swing there by Jordan Williams. It's a big point for K-State, who had fallen behind by 2.
Yeah, it's huge. Huge for K-State. Smart play there by Williams. And doesn't have to bring a lot of power, just some finesse. She does a really nice job of placing the ball where the opponent is not.
Pond does the same thing right there. The joust, equal up. Out is that swing, that effort by Colorado. Lily Dwinell's been fairly quiet as Dwinell. Even up 20 all. First one to 25 by 2. Morton comes up. Off the block. Nice hustle there by Pond. Myers cross court. Barilovich from the back row. That little misfortune there for K-State.
Wow, great defense by both sides. Fighting through some amazing attacks.
Looks like Colorado is now fully invested in the match. Took a little while. Jordan the serve. K-State now finds itself down 2. And again, a timeout, Jason Mansfield and K-State.
Yeah, Coach Mansfield not wanting Colorado to get much momentum here. They're still in it, still in this set.
Excuse me, Liz. I'll tell you who's been a factor, especially here in the second set, is Maria Splavska. From the middle, she's been excellent.
Yeah, blocking. Yep, done a nice job stepping up her block, making some better reads and not trying to guess where that ball's going to go. And out of system helps because she knows where the ball's going to go, but, you know, puts up a nice big block and finishes really well with her hands.
Jesse Mahoney's troops feeling a little bit better about themselves compared to set 1. Number 20 Colorado in front by a couple of points here in Manhattan. CU and Arizona State in at the top of the leaderboard in the Big 12. Colorado's loss Thursday night in Lawrence bumped them a game back of the Sun Devils.
Yeah, a loss here would be really difficult for Colorado to kind of stay in the hunt for that Big 12 championship.
Sydney Jordan to serve again after the timeout utilized by Jason Mansfield. Here we go. It's 22-20 Colorado, set number 2. Headed towards Clinton. Williams cross court. Barilovic cross court, but out. There's really only been one stretch in this match here in the first 2 sets where Barilovic got on a roll. Here in the second, she's been fairly quiet.
Yeah, but really, there's no one else you'd want hitting a ball like that out of system.
Myers with a service error. Colorado 2 points away from knotting this match up at a set apiece. Kayla Payne's been a factor. She's back on the floor. High spinning ball with the serve. Wow, what a swing again. LeGrand with the perfect set for her teammate. Jordan Williams got all over that.
Yeah, LeGrand is an offensive setter for the Wildcats, so the block really kind of has to pay attention with how much Clinton has been hitting on the outside. The middle went for Colorado and left.
K-State serve. Colorado, wow. K-State's fans thought the Cats won the point. They do eventually. That gets it to 23 all. K-State keeps the serve. Maybe the momentum back as Jesse Mahoney calls the timeout. Boy, how did Clinton climb the ladder.
Yeah, inside the block with her leaping ability, able to really carve wherever she wants on the court. She can really carve it out, and you don't want to give her too much space because that's what will happen.
Anaya Clinton has owned this match to this point. She's been in the spotlight throughout. Next point is huge, obviously. Whoever gets up 24-23. But the diagnostics of this next serve and play going on in both huddles. If you're K-State, what do you envision coming out of the timeout? Is there a certain avenue that Jason Mansfield wants to go with this serve and this coming point?
Well, they definitely don't want an error. That's important out of a timeout, you know, especially in this tight set. But they're really trying to serve at the front row attackers for Colorado, so they might be serving right at Barilovic. because she's front row. And so put a pressure on her to pass and then try to go hit it. And they've struggled with that here tonight so far.
Van Lanen again to serve for the Wildcats. Will we be tied at 1 or will it be 2-0 K-State going to the third? Van Lanen set. Picking out of the back row, Barilovic. And the Cats are within a point of a 2-set lead. Something surprised you there about that swing or not?
I was just trying to hit some high hands and just got a little bit of that antenna.
The faithful on their feet in Manhattan. And a service error brings it back to 24 all. Serving for CU, Lily Dwinell, one of their top hitters. LeGrand back to Brenna Schmidt. Jason Mansfield with a fist pump right in front of us. Now it's Ava LeGrand to try and give the Cats a 2-set lead. And it is indeed a 2-set lead for the Wildcats. Some good fortune at the end of the second set. Colorado a little frustrated right now and in a hole. We'll bring you back to Manhattan. A solid start for the Cats against the 20th ranked Buffs.
Avery, are you ready to play?
Always.
Play Wildcat Riches from the Kansas Lottery for a chance to win up to $360,000 instantly. Download the Kansas Lottery Play On app and get in the game.
Let's play, Wildcats.
Behind every winning team is a playbook. Ours, it's built on trust, team, care, passion. Headquartered in Manhattan, Kansas, and founded by proud K-State alumni, we're purple to the core. Just like our passion for the Cats, our passion to make buying and selling equipment simple, transparent, and straightforward runs deep. At Purple Wave Auction, our #1 play is connecting buyers and sellers across the country with no reserves and no surprises. From ag and construction to fleet equipment, we're your trusted team. Purple Wave Auction, proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
Curiosity makes us bolder. Curiosity makes you look closer. Reach higher.
It teaches you to find your rhythm, to build it, break it, make it new.
Curiosity doesn't hesitate. It charges forward.
At the University of Colorado Boulder,
Curiosity makes us bolder.
Be bolder.
There has never been a better time to be part of the Big 12 than right now. This is a defining moment for all of us.
Big power hit from the outside. There it is. Stuffed up, but it cannot go over. Down the line, big swing. There you go. And an ace.
We truly are a different league.
Want to score Big 12 football championship tickets and VIP halftime access? Here's how. Every time you pay with one of Venmo's Big 12 school-branded Venmo debit cards, you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win. Just swipe, tap, or pay like you always do for your shot at exclusive prizes. Check out VenmoBig12Sweeps.com for more details. We are between set 2 and set 3. Colorado made things awfully interesting, Liz, in the second set, but as K-State sits in front 2-0, good hitting percentage, and the Cats were able to pull away and get that one again in set 2.
Yeah, really, K-State made a few more service errors, in that second set, which allowed Colorado to kind of creep back in. But in the end, look at the dig difference. I think K-State's just digging better, and they're turning plays, defense into offense and scoring points in transition.
As we contemplate the third set coming up here in just a moment, again, Colorado and K-State are huddled up. The value of a fast start for K-State in this set, we'll get to that here in just a moment because, again, K-State looking for a 3-game sweep. But as we look back, set one highlights for you.
Yeah, Colorado seemed kind of out of sorts, really couldn't find much offensive rhythm early on. It was all K-State, and then Nia Clinton, 7 kills in each of the last 2 sets, of 14 kills on the match. She's been the big story for the Wildcats. And then you just see defensively, Colorado not able to run down some plays on defense to really score points. You see Burilovic really didn't get very many opportunities to swing at the ball, and really haven't seen much offense from this Colorado team.
K-State had to use a late second set run to win set 2. And again, a win for K-State would definitely bump the RPI, would get K-State to 14-7, and not that it's most importantly, but move K-State back in front of 500 at 7-6. As of, again, the latest RPI rankings, Colorado 3rd in the Big 12, and K-State sitting in 8th. If you're in that 41 neighborhood, you're in the conversation.
Yeah, it's definitely puts them in a good position, and so a win against a top 25 team, another one, would be huge for the Wildcats. And especially as they have KU coming up next weekend. They have Baylor coming in here in the next few weeks. So they've got some big matches, ranked opponents, and if they can start to knock some of those off, that RPI is going to be looking a lot better.
Baylor Wednesday, then KU on Friday or on Saturday. Let's look back at your keys to this match and how things are going.
Yeah, Colorado really struggling with that first contact. They haven't been able to find much offensive rhythm because of that, and then just that relentless defense. We see they're not able to track down the ball and give themselves more opportunities in that transition phase of the game. K-State doing a nice job serving tough. Saw a few more errors in that second set, but doing a lot of putting a lot of pressure on Colorado, and then they're doing a nice job. We haven't heard Burilovic, we haven't seen Dwinell really come and really make a big impact on the game.
Here we go in set number 3 from the Little Apple. From the back row, Myers again, another swing. Colorado scrambling to keep it alive. K-State an opportunity here to get the first point. Williams didn't get that over until she landed on earth. That looked like it should have been an error on Splavska. Long point here. Won by K-State. Little stick-to-itiveness there by Jason Mansfield's Wildcats.
Yeah, it seems like everything's kind of just falling K-State's way here in this match.
Myers to serve. Leader for K-State. And the third set starts with another service error for KSU. Splavska pounded against the floor a couple of times and goes to work. LeGrand tried that little sweeping dump, winds up in there. I'll tell you what, that's maybe the first time we've seen that today. In the match with Cincinnati on Thursday night, I bet K-State did that a good 10 to 12 times in the match.
Yeah, LeGrand, choosing that timing of making that play is huge.
What a save by Colorado, but it will result in a K-State point. Again, Colorado's had its hands full with Clinton today. Myers is, when I say taking a back seat, that's not a bad thing, but it's just been the Ania Clinton show. so far. Again, Van Lanen to serve for KSU. Trying to get Barilovic involved. And Colorado shut down on that swing. You look at the face of Barilovic, and you can tell she is very frustrated. Deep and out. 2 service errors for K-State. Put it in play, let the defense work, so to speak. Make the defense work. Double block for K-State, sent right back down. Barilovic will get a little more frustrated. It was LeGrand and Schmidt there. The big Nebraskan, Brenna Schmidt. That's part of her value on this roster for K-State. Deep serve. Barilovic tries again and pokes it out of bounds. For just a moment, Colorado tried to sell a tip there, but backed off of it. K-State out 5-3. Barilovic goes cross court. Quick set. Clinton popped way up near the rafters here at Morgan Family Arena. Barilovic from the back row. Fox goes cross court. And off the shoulder of Dwinell. And if you look at the faces of the Buffaloes right now, Liz, there's a little aggravation. LeGrand again serves it deep. Back left. Big swing from the back row. Barilovic, the winner that time. 6-4 K-State here in set 3. Well, Barilovic has shown one thing in this match, and that is she's still relentless. She keeps on playing. Looks over at Jesse Mahoney after that service there. Now a 7-4 lead for K-State.
Yeah, Colorado's wearing a little bit of their frustration here. Got to try to let go of some of those errors and just settle back in.
Short serve. Off the tip. Good swing there by Jordan. Myers. And it's put down cross court by Schmidt. Went the other way with it. It's, I guess one way to look at it as well is the little things are all going wrong for Colorado. If it can go wrong, it has.
It has snowballed a bit for Colorado.
Just cries over the net, the serve from Clinton. Off the block, Myers can't get there. This has been kind of the theme for the match. K-State's been out by 3, 4, 5. Little spurt by Colorado, but again, K-State has been able to keep number 20 CU at arm's length throughout. Whale of a serve right there by Loshada. Cross-court hit, and a winner for K-State, and that aggravated Jesse Mahoney a bit.
It's, frustrating because it's a very diggable ball, but the defense that they're kind of running has left the seam there, and neither player there for Colorado makes an attempt to dig the ball.
Nice serve from Sims. Off the block. Violation, looks like a net violation. Maybe Reagan Fox was in it.
I think Colorado was if they challenge this.
So Jason Mansfield getting an explanation. I think, again, it was Fox that was in the net.
That was the call.
He'll ask Reagan Fox. She says no emphatically. So challenge number 1 of the third set coming. The all-new
State challenging that there was no net fault.
The all-new ESPN app has arrived. We're home for the best live sports coverage with over 47,000 live events, studio shows, and ESPN originals.
The original outcome is reversed due to no net fault by Kansas State. Point to Team Kansas State.
So Reagan Fox was right.
Yep.
Now Jesse Mahoney wants an explanation here at the scores table. So as of now, again, the score 9-6 K-State. Two officials now communicating with their comm system.
I think the question is it a replay or?
So a little confusion again here on the floor at the moment. Now it looks like they've changed
to a replay.
Once again to a replay. We'll get another peek at it. Off of Jordan Williams, and the call was that Reagan Fox was in the net. So hang on a little bit longer. And the stand official pointing towards K-State. Little lengthy break. Well, again, there's a little bit of frustration from the Colorado bench.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
The smoke might clear here in a moment.
Yeah.
Now it looks like things have been settled. And it is back to 10-5. It had switched to 9-6, but we're back at 10-5 with Simone Sims to serve for KSU. Long set. Sims will pop it up. Myers with a little tap shot over from the back row. Barilovic gets stuffed. And Colorado runs out of real estate. Great defense there by K-State, right, Liz?
Yes, nice block. They stayed patient. Out of system play there for Colorado, but Jordan Williams made a nice read and got the block.
Spławska, the joust at the net. Colorado out of system right now. Myers, the lead goes to 7. Jesse Mahoney looks back over his left shoulder and wants a timeout. K-State threatening to run away here in the third set and finish the sweep. Big swing by Myers here in the third. It's 12-5 Wildcats.
They'll have their hands full dealing with this crowd here tonight.
Look, our fans are special, and our students are special.
Sides a trailer 3 on its way. Yes! A 12-0 run as Bramlett explodes.
This group has been self-starters, self-motivated, and that gets me really excited.
Sides at the plaza!
They've come in with a great energy. They've come in with a great thirst. That always gets you excited.
Bring on the cats.
What we grow here defies expectation. Hungry minds searching for answers. explorers of the impossible, breakthroughs without end, people who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. You'd be amazed at what we grow here.
Shaylee Myers, obviously, and as always, Liz, a key cog for K-State.
Yeah, she's been a little bit more quiet for the Wildcats, but doing some other things defensively. A nice job blocking and playing some good defense in the back row, but really her attacking out of the back row has been huge for K-State, and she's come alive here in this third set with more kills and bringing her up to 9 so far on this match here this afternoon.
The lead has blossomed to 7 here in the third set. Splavska, another swing for Colorado. That time Jordan rejected. Now on the 10-foot line gets it down. So the Buffaloes in that string, but a long uphill climb right now for CU.
Yeah, everything seems very strained for Colorado.
Splavska off of LeGrand. Now can K-State shut it down in terms of not letting CU get a 3 or 4 point run here to get back in it?
Yeah, we see some good service pressure by Colorado. K-State struggling a bit.
LeGrand over to Myers. Blocked out of bounds. Point K-State.
And we just haven't seen the block for Colorado really be able to affect the game, you know, the way it normally would. You know, they've got some great blockers, but just haven't been able to complete it. Either have gone out of bounds or just haven't made good reads at the net.
Haley Pond with the serve for K-State. From the back row, Clinton, who's been silent for a while, but it gets tipped by Colorado. Earlier in the match, again, we talked about Clinton being a physical swinger. Do you label Myers as the same?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit different. You know, Clinton with her leaping ability, but, you know, that's one thing that Shaylee Myers worked on in the off-season is being able to jump higher, hit harder, and it's definitely paid off for her this season.
K-State with the service there, so back to Colorado. And touche, that's happened a couple of times in this match. At one stretch, there were 3 straight service errors earlier. K-State by 7 at the moment. Little Aoife serve. Good block by K-State by Williams and Clinton. Cross court. That's an interesting way to get it back to the other side. And the point for Colorado.
Yeah, Barilovic expressing some frustration on the volleyball.
Yeah. Splavska will now serve for CU. 6'2" sophomore, again out of Poland. That will wind up in the seats. Colorado trims it to 5. K-State looking for a sweep. Colorado's got to do the hardest thing, and that's win 3 straight sets. Williams down the line. She's kind of filled those gaps this afternoon. When it hasn't been Clinton, it hasn't been Myers, Jordan Williams is plugged in.
Yeah, it's been a good distribution by LeGrand to her attackers.
Dan Lannon has been busy serving today. Again, Barilovic took a little off of that, threw a little changeup in the mix. You know, I mentioned 5 sets earlier, and you talked about Colorado winning close sets. In the month of October, Colorado beat UCF in 5, West Virginia, Texas Tech, and Northern Colorado, a non-con opponent, in 5. Over to Clinton. Nice dive there by Colorado's Jordan. Buffaloes get the point. Now the lead down to 4. Little wiggle room for K-State. Jason Mansfield letting the Cats play through some brief struggles here in set 3, but still leading 16-12. Brenda Schmidt goes cross court. Clinton not able to win it at the net. Now a swing from her, out as she goes cross court. Jason Mansfield may want a timeout here or not. Colorado has snuck back to within 3. 16-13. Schmidt tried to go soft that time. Colorado the same. Hahn pops it up. That block winds up on the far side of the floor. And again, Jesse Mahoney a little aggravated right there. Colorado really had a golden opportunity to get it down to 2. 17-13 K-State. Ava LeGrand. Slight mistake there from Colorado from the back row. Tipped up by K-State's Brenna Schmidt. Clinton has a block back into the middle of the floor. Cross court and out. K-State's made a couple of cross court mistakes here in the last few moments. CU to within 3. The number 20 Buffaloes, while fighting themselves in this match, hanging in there. Barilovic, good serve. Quickly down. Well, that short set to the 6'6" Nebraskan was perfect.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's not high enough for Schmidt to hit it, but she's able to get just enough of a hand on the ball to put it down.
18-14 K-State. Clinton the honors. She's been off the floor for a while, but Kayla Payne returns in impressive fashion. Spławska back. Lashada will go back to serve. CU again hanging on by a thread. Down 2-0 in the third set. Schmidt whiffs on the short set. Timeout, Jason Mansfield. You hope that's not something that just lets the air out of the balloon right there on that mistake. Cats still in front, 18-16. Again, the Cats by 2 here in set 3. We once again welcome in our friend Addison. Addie.
Thank you. Well, being an influential leader on the team, K-State junior Simone Sims demonstrates the mix of a bubbly personality and an intense passion for the sport. Recognizing this balance, teammate Shaylee Meyer says she's so funny and an energetic person, but she's also a vocal leader. Sims' natural-born leadership is evident, for Meyer says seeing how hard she works and what the team means to her is something that everyone can look up to.
Simone's been a great, spark for this Wildcat team. And I think a big reason why they've had the success that they have this season. You know, she's been very willing to step in and do whatever's needed. And into that libero role for the first time this year. She lost it a little bit earlier on. Kaylee Pond played that position for a few matches, but really stepped up here and has provided a big spark defensively for the Wildcats.
Simone Sims, 5'5" junior out of Frisco, Texas. K-State has not let a big lead get away, but Colorado has scratched back to within 2. And again, Lashada with the rocket, and it's out. That didn't miss by much, but we know what close counts in, right, Liz? Yeah. 19-16. Speaking of, Simone Sims to serve. Will knuckleball it again, just crawls over the net. Big swing, and it's in from Sydney Jordan.
You see what a difference in-system set can do for these Colorado attackers. Really left some holes in that block and allowed them to find some seams.
Jordan Williams gets it. Nice set by LeGrand. And I'm sure Colorado, in some regards, feels like, man, as soon as we get back in it, there's something to stop it. Cats 5 points away from the match. Again to Jordan Williams. Back to back. Jesse Mahoney wants to use his final timeout. 21-17 Wildcats. K-State trying to go 2-0 here at home this week. Again, Baylor visits Wednesday. Baylor's always a load. And then there's the showdown again with Kansas next Saturday.
Yeah, tough matches coming up for K-State, so they'd like to end this here now in this third set.
By the way, it is a start time of 6:30 on Wednesday. With Baylor in town, KU is a 1 o'clock start next Saturday. And then 2 of the last 3 are on the road as you venture into the Thanksgiving holiday area. The Cats have to go to Houston. Then they actually get a week off and will play we'll play here against UCF. That'll be senior night. And then they close up the regular season in Ames against Iowa State.
Yeah, definitely some tough matches here left for K-State. But this would be a marquee win here at home for the Wildcats.
21-17, set 3. K-State trying to boost its resume. And a win over number 20 Colorado would help. Pond, it's at the Morton on the serve. And K-State with the stuff. The rejection at the net by the Wildcats to put K-State up by 5. Jordan Williams. Pond again drives it to Morton. And again a rejection at the twine. K-State feeling it, loving life, 2 points away from the match.
Yep. K-State has done such a nice job with their block and just defensively overall. That has made a huge impact on this game.
Service error.
I think Coach Mansfield will be okay with that.
It's one thing when you're up by 6. It's another thing if you're only up by 1 or 2. Jordan trying to keep CU in it. Sims goes to the floor. Myers with the cross-court rocket. Match point. The roof about to pop off of Morgan Family Arena. Barilovich gets it back, and the Cats roll past number 20 Colorado in 3. 25-20, 26-24, and 25-18. The Cats now 14-7 and above 500 in the Big 12 at 7-6. And it's been a long trip into the Sunflower State for Colorado as the Buffs lose in Lawrence. And now here in Manhattan to drop to 20-5 and 10-3 in Big 12 play. The K-State Wildcats' third win against the top 25 opponent. The Wildcat fans, please let's go over to Addison, who's with the head coach of the Cats, Jason Mansfield.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. This game was sold out, so how does it feel to be back home and have all these fans supporting you and your team?
Just happy there's no football game today. And, but yeah, I mean, to show up like this at 1 o'clock is impressive. But the girls are playing really well right now. We finally are healthy for this match, and we know we can play with anyone when we're healthy, and just really proud of our performance. But yeah, it was electric again tonight.
Absolutely. And then Anaya Clinton back in the game. So how proud of you, or how proud of her are you for her coming back from her injury and just dominating today?
Yeah, when you're having a concussion, you know, you don't play around with the brain, right? So we wanted to make sure she was confident and she was, you know, okay with being back, but she wanted to give it a go today, and she was incredible. And we're just a different team with her on the floor. You know, her personality, we need it, and her teammates feed off it as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
A happy and rightfully so Jason Mansfield as the Cats win in 3 and dump number 20, Colorado here at Morgan Family Arena. Anaya Clinton was a rock star today for the Cats, who again get to 14 and 7. More to come, and we'll wrap things up from the Little Apple as K-State upsets Colorado here on this Saturday afternoon.
Introducing the Kansas Lottery Rivalry Riches starting lineup. We're all players with the Rivalry Riches scratch ticket. It's your shot to win up to $50,000 instantly. Plus, you can enter your ticket into the Kansas Lottery Play On app for a chance to win great game day experiences.
Need a second opinion? Look no further than Kate's Heating and Cooling. I was told that my 15-year-old furnace had a cracked heat exchanger by a local HVAC company. I wasn't convinced and wanted a second opinion, so I called Kate's, and I'm so glad I did. Their team conducted a thorough and professional free inspection with a combustion analyzer, and in 15 minutes, Kate saved me $14,000.
10-year manufacturer's warranty? Not here. With Kate's, you're covered for life. Kate's, where service makes the difference.
Morgan Family Arena packed to the rafters tonight. A special environment, no doubt. Here comes another block. Cross court, snuck it in. As if this place needed any more energy, it is electric in this building. And then the block on Workholz. What a rally! And then Fox with a hammer. Entertaining and unpredictable, Big 12 has a champion to crown, and AT&T Stadium is where we're going to decide it. Into the corner, touchdown.
Fans exiting here in Manhattan after a shutout by Kansas State. Liz Wagner, the Cats pretty dominant in the statistical categories today.
Yeah, K-State played a very well-balanced match. They put a lot of pressure on Colorado in the right areas, really with their serve, and then their defense was so great, and that allowed them to shut down Colorado. They didn't really have much offense tonight, and that really showed through in how they were prepared for this match.
I don't want to use the word stunning because it's not like it's the biggest upset of the year in college volleyball, but you look at the hitting percentage, and K-State almost doubled up Colorado. Colorado just seemed out of sorts much of the afternoon.
Yeah, I think, you know, with them having some defensive players on injury and kind of trying to fill those roles, you could definitely tell they couldn't find the answer to get themselves into a great serve-receive option. And then just defensively, there were a lot of holes on the court.
Momentum now. K-State's got some. They've started their 4-match homestand with back-to-back wins against Cincy. And now Colorado, it gets even tougher next week as Baylor and KU come to town.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, you know, but I think K-State seems, you know, they're on point. They're matching up with their, you know, how they're, you know, scouting teams, and they're really doing a nice job of sticking to their game, and that's really, they play a great volleyball game. They have a lot of offensive weapons, and it's really showing through here, and they're riding that momentum kind of as you get into November. They're hitting it right at the right time.
This is the time you want to be peaking, so to speak. Clinton, Myers, Williams, all had good days for K-State. Clinton the best in Kansas State's victory over number 20, Colorado. All games airing on the ESPN Network are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. For Liz Wegner-Bush and Addison Lowe and our director, Sam Newitt, I'm Matt Walters. Good afternoon from the Little Apple.